her the strength to pass the warrior trials, and she saw a way out. To leave her past behind and become a warrior in Dillion's clan.
Go back.
The sword is tainted by the gods of darkness. Leave it.
No. He left it here. He wants me to take it.
You will pay a price for this.
But years later, with Zinbel's parting words still haunting her, the darkness came back with a vengeance. A plague.
Darian?
Everyone suffered.
My father was not supposed to die like this.
Darian.
Do you see it clearly now, Senua? The suffering you've caused.
This is your fault. You brought this plague to us! You have blood on your hands!
They're coming for you now. They're coming. They're coming to get you.
Hold. Unleash the sword.
She's going to die.
No, she isn't.
She needs to focus in back.
Coming back.
Focus.
It's the only way. Focus. You can do this. Focus. She's finished.
Take him down.
Take him down now. There's nowhere to run to. There's no
In the sea of corpses, the corpse waved through itself over the ones I loved. The ship broke up under them, the ship that had sailed from the land of shining fields. Their memorial stone is sacred. Come not here in the sun. Come not with a sword. Come not crying over a naked corpse. Come not with disturbed mind.
She's lost. She's lost. She doesn't know where she's trying to get to.
Do you hear the suffering, Senua? Does your precious gift of sight let you see the souls that rot here in this sea of corpses? Do you feel the blood running cold on your skin? Do you hear their endless cries? Do you smell their putrid wounds? They were once brothers, sisters, and loved ones. And look at what you have done to them. All because you were a coward, because you ran from your curse instead of facing it. When you turned your back on the father Zinbel, you turned your back on the gods and let the darkness wreak havoc on your people. Why must they pay for your heresy? Senua, go to her. Answer her pitiful call.
Help me.
and it will take. You're both dead. You both surrendered to the
Even
voices.
your dear beloved mother was powerless against the darkness when it came for her. She too had a sight. She too doubted the gods and let the darkness infest her. But she didn't run. She escaped the only way she knew how. She gave her life to the gods. If only you had done the same, the world would have been spared this horror. It's not too late. She's calling for you. Why don't you join her? brethren in this rot and let your blood seep into the seas and the rivers of hell. Isn't that what you deserve after all you've done? Give the darkness what it wants and let it swallow your soul and destroy all that you are. Why are you fighting for someone who is already dead? fight on. Maybe you too should suffer with your brethren in this rot and let your blood seep into the seas of the rivers of hell. Isn't that what you deserve after all you've done? Give the darkness what it wants, let it swallow your soul and destroy all that you are. Why are you fighting for someone who is already dead? Just look around you. What hope is there for me, even if his soul could be rescued? Do you think he would thank you for what you have done to him, to his friends, to his father?
It's nearly over. Finish it.
Darkness has taken you. Melina and Senua. Melina and Senua.
You are lost. There's nothing you can do. You're dead. You're both dead. Mother and daughter dead in the sea of corpses. The voices took her and they'll take you too. The voices are taking her.
I can't fight it anymore. Not on my own. Where are you, Mother? I want to be with you.
That night, she gave up on her world to follow in the footsteps of her mother. To go to a place where the darkness couldn't reach her.
Senua. Look at me.
Do you hear them? They're calling for me.
We've lost so many. And I've lost my father. I can't lose you.
You said it. I have blood on my hands.
I didn't say that. You've done nothing wrong.
Symbol was right. Everyone will suffer.
Symbol is a fake. He is a hateful, bitter liar. He's poison. And his words still haunt you. Who do you trust? Him? Or me? Do you still believe in me, Senua? In us? Come back to me. Please. Don't let this darkness come between us.
The hardest battles are fought in the mind. He gave her the sword with which to fight in more ways than one. And she gave gave him her word, never to surrender. All she needed was a little help. A little hope. Here she is. Don't worry, Sen.
We'll look after you.
Don't worry, Sen.
I'm sure you're safe.
She's safe now.
You're always safe with us.
She knows us. You've done so well, Sen.
Come so far. Listen, Sen. Listen.
You've done so well.
Listen to us. When we talk to you.
Listen, Senua. We're here.
We'll help you.
We're here to help you.
We'll help you.
There's a door.
You can do it.
You can see it.
Come on, Senua.
Go away. I'm not listening.
I will tell you of a great hero named Sigurd, son of Sigmund, no less. Born after his father's death, Sigurd is cared for by the dwarf Rain. But Rain does not love the boy. Instead, he plans to use him for his own ends. You see, Rain's father possessed a great treasure given to him by the gods. But Rain's brother, Fafnir, killed his father and took the gold all for himself. Fafnir hid the treasure out on a heath and could not leave it. And from the evil in his heart, he turned into a dark creature, a dragon.
She can feel it.
No.
Don't open the door.
No, go in.
Turn back.
A great beast guards Helheim. Garm is its name. And it knows you are here, Senua. It can smell your stink. What are you afraid of, Senua? How will you save Dillion if you are too much of a coward to step into the shadows?
They can't stop me.
Then do it! Shadows. Your sword is useless here.
Do you hear that?
Don't fall for it.
It's me, Senua. It's so loud.
It's not her.
So full of hate.
It's a trap.
I just want to help them. Tell me what to do. Your father wants them to go away. And he only hurts me to silence them. But he's gone now. But they always come back. He says I will die if I go with them. They say that I'm already dead. No, they want me with them. Stop! That's why they crawl through the walls. Don't listen. Do you see them? Do you see their faces? He's coming. Senua, help me! Help! Get me out of here! Don't go!
She's disappeared again.
She shouldn't be here. She escaped the darkness. She took her own life to escape it.
She can't remember when it started. When her mother lost her smile. Her eyes gazing past her towards a world she could not see. This is what happens if you reach for the underworld, he said. It was a lot to take in for a child. And the first time she felt the cold chill of fear. I don't talk much about her father, said Belle. I suppose I just didn't want to risk upsetting her. But it doesn't matter now, does it?
It's like she can do it. She can't do it.
The light's gone out.
Run! Get through it as quick as you can. The panic is Run and get to the light. Stop. Stay there. Stay in the light. You have to rest here or you'll die. Get to the next light. Go, quick, run. Look. Fire. There's fire. How will she get it? Fire. She has to go towards it.
She'll have to go through the darkness.
The light.
She won't make it through the darkness.
Brianna, she's too weak. She will. She has to make it.
The light will guide you. Can you feel them? Can you see them? Where are they? She can't see them. She doesn't know. Look. Where is it?
Rain the dwarf's sole desire is to possess this dragon's accursed treasure, and he uses Sigurd to reclaim it. He tells Sigurd the story of Fafnir's gold, and the good-hearted hero promises to slay the dragon if Rain would forge a strong sword for him. Sigurd remembers that his father once possessed a sword given to him by Odin. Odin broke the sword to bring about Sigmund's death, but Sigurd's mother still has the pieces. And so Rain reforges the famous sword. Sigurd uses the sword first to avenge his father, and then he and Rain go in search of Fafnir. The dragon Fafnir is so large and deadly that it would be impossible to kill him face to face. But each day, Fafnir crawls across the heath to find water. So Sigurd digs a pit in the dragon's path and lies in wait in it. When Fafnir slithers overhead, Sigurd sinks his sword into the dragon up to the hilt. Sigurd leaps from the pit, and Fafnir sees his killer. He warns Sigurd that the treasure will lead to his death, as it led to the death of all who owned it. Sigurd replies that death comes to all men, and every man would want to be wealthy until that day. And he takes the treasure.
She's lighting the torch. Wait! Send! Go anywhere without your light. Take the torch and move.
She has it.
She did it. She's done it.
Well done.
This place. It reminds her of the isolating, suffocating darkness that she lived through as a young girl. Imprisoned in her room at night. The faces in the dark, coming through the walls. She once thought everyone could see them. I mean, that's what children say all the time, isn't it? That there are monsters in the dark. By the time she realized that only she could see them, her father, Zinbel, could see the monster in her.
She hasn't got much time. Burn out. She's too slow. It's not going to burn out.
The darkness will come again.
Light. Save it. There it is. You have all the rooms.
Do you feel it? The beast is crawling into your mind, searching for weakness. It found your mother, used her to trap you in here.
Did you see her die? I don't remember. I was only 5. They told me she escaped the darkness, that she's with the gods. But what if they lied? What if the darkness took her and trapped her here?
Go through the doors. It's open. You have to go through. She'll get her mother out. Another distance. Where is her mother? It's just another trick. Don't. Stupid girl. Where is she? She's gone. No, she's there. She's not there. She was never there to begin with. Really there. Oh, she's there. She's disappeared. Oh, no. How can she be?
It's a trap. The beast is coming.
Run away from the beast!
What have you done?
No!
You've lost it! It's over!
The darkness is back. Lost him. You've lost him. Get in a light!
Without his head, you will never bring his soul back. His fate is sealed. Now it can see you at your weakest. The time you suffered as a child at the hands of your father Zindo while you pined for Dillion. Do you remember that darkness, Senua? The beast is bringing it back.
Mother, why did you leave me? This darkness, it's spreading. Father's keeping me away from the others. Away from Dillion. I won't give up. I'm not going to rot in here. I'm going to find Dillion.
lost it, and she has to fight it. What is it? The torch alight. You're never going to find it.
Zindel was trying to save her from the darkness. But she wouldn't listen.
Never choose.
And now everyone else is dead.
Because of her. It's all her fault.
All her fault.
Weak. She should have known. She should have.
Why doesn't she learn? Why will she learn?
She doesn't understand.
Now the darkness has Dillian's soul.
And it will take it and never give it back.
She can search and search, but she will never find it.
She's let the darkness in. It's the end.
The darkness will take her like it took her mother.
She can't resist.
Although Sigurd kills the dragon, Rain wants to keep Fafnir's gold all for himself. Rain also wants the strength and wisdom of the dragon, so he drinks its blood and asks Sigurd to roast Fafnir's heart for him. Sigurd does so, but when he touches the roasted heart to see if it is done, he burns his finger. Without thinking, he licks his finger and tastes the dragon's blood. In that moment, he understands the language of birds and hears them talk nearby.
The darkness will take her like it took her mother.
Deeper and deeper. The beast knows. The beast knows exactly where she is. She's falling for it.
She falls for their tricks every time.
Plays into his hands.
The darkness is coming.
What's she doing?
She's lighting it.
She's making light. She's making a fire.
She's got light on the other side.
She'll be safe.
What's the plan?
What's she thinking? She's got to get there.
Sigurd's newfound power lets him hear the birds speak, and they say, Sigurd should eat the heart himself. Rain wants Fafnir's gold. Sigurd should kill Rain before Rain kills him. Sigurd should find Brynhild the Valkyrie, who sleeps an enchanted sleep. Sigurd heeds the birds' advice. He kills Rain, eats Fafnir's roasted heart, and takes Fafnir's treasure. And he embarks on the quest to ride to the and find Brynhild.
Get up! What are you doing?
Follow you. Where is she going?
She's going
Faster, faster, keep going, keep going.
What is she doing?
Stop!
Keep going. Stop letting me follow you. Quick.
Keep going, keep going.
What is she doing?
Stop! Stop letting
Keep
memories
going.
in. Stop letting your memories follow you.
Quick.
Keep going, keep going.
Can't help but think of him. A tender guiding flame in a world so black. The longer it burned, the more she convinced herself that there was nothing beyond its reach. How little separates us from what we fear.
But like me, Sigurd is fearless and passes through the flames, just as I did, and wakes the sleeping warrior girl. She teaches him the secret wisdom of runes, namely victory runes, ship runes, runes for persuasion, runes for truth, runes for healing and help, runes for perception and power. Like Sigurd, the greatest young warrior of the North, you must learn the secrets of the runes to fight amongst the gods in Hell.
Go quicker.
Keep the torch up. Keep the torch up. In the light. Don't breathe.
Sigurd learns that Brynhild had once disobeyed Odin, and so he had her punished, stuck her with a sleep thorn, and put her body within a rampart of burning shields. Only a man who knew no fear would ever reach her. But like me, Sigurd is fearless and passes through the flames, just as I did, and wakes the sleeping warrior girl. She teaches him the secret wisdom of runes, namely victory runes, ship runes, runes for persuasion, runes for truth, runes for healing and help, runes for perception and power. Like Sigurd, the greatest young warrior of the North, you must learn the secrets of the runes to fight amongst the gods in Hell.
I'm coming for you.
Oh my gosh.
I'm coming. Dillian, I see you.
The beast has Dillian.
No. You're not taking it from me.
I warn you, Senua. I can smell your...
No.
betrayed your god.
I am leaving with him.
You turned your back on me. That is why Dillian will rot in hell. Come into my shadow.
Defend yourself. Nobody cares.
People think of evil as an unnatural, invisible force, and so invoke the gods for protection. But evil can come from the hand behind the gods. A familiar hand, cold and cruel. He tried to fix her with his rituals, kept her trapped in that hole. She couldn't say which was worse. The darkness, or the monster that her father had become. She couldn't fight them both. And so she left, headed for the one ray of light that shone down on her. If she had stayed, she wouldn't have survived. But maybe Delian would still be alive.
I'm so sorry, my love.
She will save his soul, even if this time she can't save her own.
Forgive me, Senua. I know you have no reason to trust me anymore.
Shadow, listen.
But believe this, it was my mission to make you hate. To hate the darkness with a passion so great it would focus your mind on this quest. Reunited. And being left those slack. All this time I've wanted to protect you from the truth that would have destroyed you a long time ago. But you have conquered your darkness at every turn. You deserve to see behind the veil of darkness.
And take me to the mountain. As deep as we can go.
I won't stand in your way.
She has to trust him.
You will not survive what is in there.
I know.
What else can she do?